Hey, anyway, Rex back with another What If Issei was Meliodas and Elizabeth's son. By the way, to all of you out there, thank you for all your support from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for getting me over 50 subscribers like in 3 days. You guys are absolutely crazy. And like 400 viewers on my first What If Elizabeth and Meliodas Issei was Elizabeth and Meliodas' son? You guys are nuts. Thank you so much for that, by the way. And also, so yeah, you know, now that I did that, you probably aren't yet to hear me thank you, so let's not waste any more time. And, let's start where we left off. As you all remember, Asia got reincarnated as a devil, you know, and had been put into Issei's class. But not right now. Asia is living in the same apartment complex as Kiba and Konoko are living. Where the Grammary houses. She'll be shifting to Issei's apartment when Issei takes everybody there. By the way, spoilers for the parts ahead. So let's say this happens. Well, this day is nothing out of the ordinary for Issei. But nothing out of the ordinary. By nothing out of the ordinary, I mean girls trying to sit with him. What do you call deciding? Deciding to not sit with them, and sit next to Kiba and Konoko. Try to bond with them more, as they are in the same, what do you call, Parash, the conversation, the morning, conversation. Konoko, has Asia already applied for the transfer? So, has Asia already applied for the transfer? Konoko nodded, saying yes. So do you know if she would be coming? I don't know. I know that I knocked at her front door, but she didn't answer. Kiba chimes in. Well, Konoko, after that, I asked Kiba if he could, knock after I went, because I was leaving early. Well, and then Kiba chimes in. Well, Konoko asked me to check on her before leaving, and out she hadn't woken up. He said, I found out she hadn't woken up, so I told her to hurry up because I was going to become late for the class, so I also had to hurry. I helped her in, preparing, for her, I helped her wake up and then I left. That's what he said. Well, I guess she hasn't gotten used to waking up early. Mrs. said. Seems that way. The teacher enters the class. Alright, class. Settle down, and transfer student will be joining. Most of the boys praying for this time that it would be a girl and not another pretty boy. That's who's the girls. Okay. Then you hear a knock at the front door, and the teacher said, "Please, come in, please." Well, please introduce yourself. He knew who Asia was because he got previous information. Well, hello, I am Asia Argento, and I come from Europe, she stuttered. Most of the boys cheered and felt that her stuttering was quite adorable and cute, and most of the girls scowled at how the boys reacted to Asia. But Issei, Konoko, and Kiba just smiled and waved at her. Asia, actually quite happy that she would be in our class with her friends, especially Issei, if you know what I mean, guys. The teacher asked Asia to please take a seat, Asia. Um, well, Asia quickly went and sat next to Issei, Konoko, and Kiba, since they were in the same garage and all. Let's not. Well, during the break time, all the occult research club found out that the roof was actually a good spot to relax and not have anybody interrupt you and your friends while talking. So they all followed Issei and started talking to their way on the roof, and they ate their lunch on the roof. And well, now we come to evening. Issei was just done with a pact, or a survey, you could say, and he had gotten a pact. Many packs, actually. He had gotten over 128 packs. It was quite actually surprising for both Rias and Konoko to see, Issei have so many packs. And plus, they had good reviews about him too. Konoko said, "This is most unpredictable, Buncho." What is it? Rias questioned. Well, you see, here Issei has great reviews and has a whopping 128 packs. For a newbie, he's quite well at this, don't you think? Wow, as expected. I mean, his knowledge and IQ is surprisingly high, so it's not questionable that he would get so many good compliments and he would understand people better. That's what she, stated, but more like, Ria's manner. I mean, just imagine it. You can probably tell, right? So they all came in, the others, by others, I mean Kiba, Konoko, um, Asia, and Issei, yes. They all walked in. What's going on, Buncho? Well, today I want to tell you guys one thing. As she was, telling them, they were about to get familiars. Issei, Asia, you two haven't gotten familiars yet, have you? They both answered no. Well, we're luck. We might get to book, a trip to the familiar, what do you call, land. So you can get yourselves some familiars. As she was telling them and debriefing them on, the whole familiar thing, you know. So yeah, let's say this happens. 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second. I just need 1 second. I just need to one more second. So yes, well, Sona and her Paraj walk in. Well, what do these guys want? Issei questioned. Pointing, at that Sona and her familiar, and looking at Rias. Well, I don't actually know. Let's ask her. She's a good friend of mine, so don't worry. Well, that seems reasonable enough. Well, Rias asked, "Oh, Sona, why have you come here?" And Sona was like, "Oh, I wanted to introduce you to my new pawns." As I say, what new pawns are those? Um, New, members or whatever. Yeah. So, Issei tells Asia asks, who is she? She's a vice president and her club. Sona Sicheri. And that's the student council. She wanted them to greet her to both her new servants. Issei already knew Asia's servants. Because Asia's servants. Asia questions, sorry, servants. Yeah. She's also a high-class devil family from the Sicheri are the Cicheri family. So um, what do you call? Asia said that other devil. Yes. Well, Ryu Senpai, Seiji chimes in. As this wasn't known, but to Asia it was just you haven't told your fellow devils. I see you haven't told. I'm surprised. It's strange that he won't notice fellow devils, though. That's what he said. Chi. Um, what do you call? Then he said. Then Sona said, you know, two families don't meddle with each other affairs. So Issei chimes. Hey, so you're the guy. So you're the guy who joined the student council as a secretary, right? You know, class, class 2C, but he got cut off, and what do you call? Sona chimed in and said, yes, Saji. What do you call? What was his name? Wait, sorry, guys. 1 second. Yeah, okay. So, Seiji Genshiro, my pawn. And this is Issei, my pawn. Well, Seiji, well, it's nice to meet another pawn. Ah, another pretty playboy. Seiji's, another pretty boy? Come on. Is this all the Grammary family has? Pretty boys? That's what Saji said. Still trying to act cocky and tough, Saji said, ha, don't put us at the same boat, pretty boy. Even if we are the same piece, it really hurts my pride to seriously think that we're the same piece. Issei getting a little mad that he got insulted because he can sense this guy's power, but he can't because he has seals on him. That's why his power isn't riling out of control and trying to screw Seiji over right now. What the hell did he say? What the hell did he say? It's just because I'm a devil. Huh. I'm a pawn worth of 4 pieces. Saji, know your opponents before you speak. He has acquired 8 pawn pieces. Wait, isn't that all 8 of them? Seiji said. I can't believe this. Wait, you serious? A pretty boy like him? Seiji said. Well, then Seiji was like, anyways, hello, I'm Seiji. Well, I'm Asia Argento. Shaking Asia's hand. Issei quickly chimes in. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Please, nice to meet you. Saji says, a cutie like you, it's a pleasure of mine. The pleasure is all mine. Asia says, pleasure to meet you. He says, the pleasure is all mine, a cutie like you. Seiji said, Issei, playfully, takes Saji's hand and says, hey, Saji, nice to meet you too, Saji, his hand almost getting broken in two with the amount of force Issei was putting into it. Oh god, this must be rough. Issei, stop. Don't mess with me, okay, buddy? We may be the same pawns, but that overconfidence of yours is going to get you killed. By the way, do you have a sacred... Can you take out your sacred gear? He pulls Vert now. See, I got a dragon inside. Issei Issei laughs, spitting the water he had in his mouth. But, he was drinking water at the same time, so. Why are you laughing? Seiji questioned angrily. Ha! Because this Issei, out of his dimension, pulls out the other parts of Vertna. Oh. And he attaches them to it. That. And Seiji felt an immense dark power. Because Vertna is an evil dragon, so, What the? What kind of. I just completed your sacred gear completely. I just gave you the other parts of Veritna. Oh, and Veritna's like, oh, thank you, Issei, partner of Drake, for helping me get complete again. And sorry for giving you all that trouble. Well, that was surprising, both Ria's and surprising, and this is going to be a surprisingly rough time, isn't it? Sona said. Well, it is. Issei explained. Well, I had a lot of free time, you could say, and I have been traveling the world, I accidentally came on some, ruins, and I kind of found him, so. And I got all his pieces together, so why the heck not put them together, I mean, just doing it for you know, I never told you this, but, a fellow dragon, you may say. Just doing it for a dragon friend. Ah, you still haven't told them. Shut it, I will tell them. Shut it, I'll tell them. You can talk to him. I mean, he was chosen as your sacred gear, so you can talk to him. So, they were like, well, we're going to get from, Seiji says, a newbie, 1 week, huh? Oh, a newbie devil, huh? I see. Ria says then after Seiji says that, but from this 1 week, he's gotten 128 contracts. And he has only had 107 clients. You gotta be kidding, Seiji screams out. That many? How good is he at devil jobs? Then they bring parts about the familiar and everything, so yeah. So they were like, oh yeah, and we're going to get a familiar too this time for him. Oh, you're getting one too? Sona questioned. Oh, so you're getting one too. Well, let's settle this with a fair game, right? Surely you're not talking about a rating game. No, I'm talking about tennis. Wait, Issei said right there, the same, like, wait. Doesn't tennis seem kind of unfair? I mean, if it's like, come on, if it's to get a familiar, and if you say it's as rare as you say it, like once a month, the competition should include the entire Parage, right? And the people also getting the familiars, right? Right, Guncho? He says, well, okay, then what do you suggest? How about dodgeball? Issei suggests. So yeah, we're skipping the tennis part. We're skipping the entire tennis part. Well, that'd be fair and square, and it could determine the power. The more powerful, and the more what do you call the more powerful the team, the more powerful team, and the more strategic, powerful team will win. Obviously. Well, agreed. You have no clue what you're getting into, Ria said. You'll see. Why is that? They all get ready. It's in about a week, so we all can get. Let's do it in 3 days. So we can, 3 days later, time skip. They're all stretching, Konako is helping Issei stretch. Ow. Okay, no, not ow. Sorry. Okay. Hey, I'm done, Konako. Stretching and all. Issei's done. He's not having those perverted thoughts, but Drake is putting it into his mind, like, Drake is talking into him. Oh, look at Asi and Konako together. Look at their bodies pressing on each other. Don't you, partner, please don't tell me you don't imagine what you're seeing right now. You perverted delusion. You're having a perverted delusion about my members, you perverted dragon. Issei screams in his head, you know, because Drake's making him think things, you know. Hey, Konako, should I help you too with stretching? I wouldn't mind. Konako blushed a little and said, okay. He helps her. Konoko's still a bit blushing because, he's almost touching. He's touching her. I mean, seriously, come on. Plus he's not a pervert in this one, so she's close to him, a little close. But way more closer than the normal, because, she sees him as a nice person and all. So, yeah. Okay, so, well, let's me see. Yeah, so, they playing dodgeball. They doing dodgeballs. And, he gives them, well, I made these headbands. It's not that much, but, hey, it'll help the team at least, I guess. Confidence boost. As in a confidence boost. Well, well, I mean, he always, like, goofed off and, did his own thing, but, and Konoko said, well, unexpected of you. Well, let's put, since, you put all day into working on these, let's put our hard work in the team as well. Rios gives the speech. They're already standing there. And Sona said, thank you for waiting. The entire parage ready. Grief of memories, the, what do you call, queen of Sona says. And she shoots at Konoko. And, she's out. So, Konoko's out at first. Then Rias catches the punt. Rias catches it. Then, Saji says, President, time to take out the pretty boy. Yeah, time to take out the pretty boy. Well, agreed. Taking out Issei Issei's son will be one of our main priorities, seeing as how highly Ria speaks of him. And he has 8 pawn pieces. She throws a ball at him, but instead of, this going to hit him, the ball, she puts she, for some reason, accidentally, like, let's say she accidentally uses, like, half of her power, which could probably destroy this entire gymnasium. And, Issei, dodge! Ria screamed. And, Issei, just for safety measures, brought a stick with him. You know what that stick can do? Oh! Not that stick, what you're thinking, down it between his legs, but a real, tree branch. Wait, Issei took out the stick from his pocket, and pointed it at the ball. Ready to slash the ball, like, it looked like that. Wait, is he gonna slash it with his, keep a question. Wait, what? Full counter, Issei said. That noise, where thing happened, that, but not the clicking of metal, but like dun, like a dun sound. Like, where you bang into something, like, yeah, that. Like, not that, yeah, that. Hitting a ball. I actually fucking don't know, but yeah. I beat my own self. Good. So, that happens. She catches it. She's out. Get ready, Saji. You put your own self into this. Issei a little mad because, he first of all, he insulted him, tried to flirt with Asia. Third of all, he, made him look weak. I don't know for what reason, because he was told that he was stronger than him. Still, he called him weak. and then now he's putting his president on his ass. No way in the hell he gonna go easy. He throws it with a bit of force. Stronger than Kono got through. It hit Saji in the nuts. Of course, it's gotta hit somebody in the nuts when you play in dodgeball. So man, completely down. Foam coming out of Seiji's mouth. He passed out, and Issei was like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I think I regret a little bit of doing that. You hit him in the nuts. Kiba question. You hit him between the legs, Issei. I kind of feel bad now. That's what Issei said. And time. Well, it's over, I guess. Her queen was the only one left, and she wasn't sharp. They still lost. Because Kiba Akano, what do you call, Rias and Issei was still in. Well, I guess you win this time. So, well, let's have a toast to winning they have a little toast, they drink juice, and they go to take on familiars. So, they meet a guy, the familiar master. I don't know his name. What is his name exactly? Let me try to remember. Jayuji. Zayuji? Yeah, that was his name, Zayuji. So, Zayuji comes and, well, what familiar do you want? Strong one, big one, fast one, cute one? Scary one? Asya was like, can I get a cute one, please? And what would you be getting, young man? Well, which is the strongest familiar in this place? Issei said. The person stopped right there and he was like, oh, okay, you're one of those guys. That's what he was like. But that's... Wait. I gotta find one thing. 1 second. Let me find one thing. What? Wait, I'm putting one OC in. 1 second. Let's go on to that afterwards, and let's go on to where's the familiar thing? I forgot. 1 second, guys, just 1 second. 1 second, come on. I think it's before, come on. So, well, where was that one? Yeah, one of the Dragon Kings. Yeah, the strongest one. One of the Dragon Kings. Yes. Her name is Chaos Karma Dragon. Tiamat. Tiamat. It's a legendary dragon. It said that Tiamat's strength is to be the strongest as the level of a mu. Her strength level is as strong as a mu. Only female. She's the only female dragon amongst the Dragon Kings. Even till now, no one has captured her yet. That's what he says. Well, he says us. What do you? Well, Issei was like, partner, I think it's time to reveal me. Well, Issei says, what do you think, Drake? Everybody's shocked. A green, light comes on Issei's hand, a circle. Well, I think it's a great idea to have her as your familiar, but I'm warning you one thing, partner. Tiamat hates me. Issei, is that Ria's questions? This is Raid, voice the Red Dragon Emperor. But you know that sound effect where you hear just glass shatter in the back and everybody's so dumbfounded, you know? Satoshi's, that guy, familiar master, I'm just gonna call him that. It's too hard to remember his name. Young man, young one, you're the Red Dragon Emperor? So that makes sense now, huh? By the way, Drake, why does she hate you? Did you do something that offended her during the past? I don't recall, but it must be something terrible, or else she wouldn't be pissed at me. Issei squeezes his head a little. Great. Now I have to deal with your problems too, that you did in the past. I know you're a very prideful dragon, Drake, but just apologize to her when we meet her, okay? Drake was like, but, 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 fine. Drake sighs and says, fine. So please, familiar master, show me the way. Uh, you're really going after her. Alright, suit yourself, young man. Wait, I need to do this. He removes his shirt, making all the girls blush, all of them. Rias, Konako, Akano, and what do you call Asia. They all blush when Issei removes the shirt. Issei takes off 3 seals out of the 10. So he has 7 seals remaining. And Issei sees power level. His power level rises up to 148,000. Yeah, let's say he goes to assault Meliodas power level. Because his original power level is way more than that. I mean, seriously. It's 2 times more than that. So if he removes 1 more seal, it's going to be his original power level. I mean, his power keeps increasing, so, his power level can be measured. So, he's like, Rias is like, okay, for some reason, Kiba blushed too. This is not gonna be a Kiba and, Issei ship. It's just gonna be, synergy between bros. That's all. Okay? No gay ships here. Fuck gay shit. I'm not trying to say gay people are weird, but I'm just trying to say I don't do that shit. I'm not interested in being gay, okay? Just making that clear. So, he removes the X-shaped mark that has, on his right arm, that has 10 seals on it, removes 7 of them. The X becomes into a Y. Let's say that. Removes 3 of them, sorry. So the X becomes a Y, and yes. Well, I think that should be enough. He goes there, Issei goes in there and says, big cave, this is where the familiar master guy whispers, this is where the Chaos Karma Dragon lives. They were hiding in the bushes near the cave, big bushes. Why are you hiding, familiar master? Well, as much as I'd like to help you, I don't want to die before I reach my aim. Sorry. Sweat drop, on Sayoshi's head, feeling very nervous. Rias asks, so what are you going to do? A direct approach. He says, he stops as he had entered the cave, and he went home. I'm looking for the Dragon King, Tiamat. An angry feminine voice says, coming out of the cave, who dare disturb my slumber? I'm Issei Hiro. Hybrid. What do you want, brat? Tiamat questioned. What do you want, brat? The Tiamat questioned. I was going to ask you to be my familiar. I wish to settle this peacefully, though. Ha 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 ha! Tiamat laughs, Keep me. You asking me to be a familiar? What makes you think that you're good enough to, be my master? Drake, your move now. Uh, Hi there, Tenant, Drake nervously spoke. Tenant wide eyed. She couldn't still see the boy's full, figure, but. Drake, it's you! Tenant furiously angry and surprised voice. Yes, Drake shuddered. How do you. How have you been? Drake said. You dare show yourself here after so long? Ten, angrily says. Wait, Ten. I'm here to apologize. Though I don't remember what I did. Tenant, popped out a vein out of her head, and roared at Issei. How dare you come to apologize to me after it's been so long, and you don't even know why you should apologize? Drake! She's pissed, Issei thought. Oh crap. Issei burst out, You sure got, Issei got ready, to fight. You sure got guts, I'll give you that, brat. Tannen crouching down, getting ready to, pounce anytime. Drake warns, be careful, partner. She's strong amongst the five great dragon kings as well, but not as strong as you, he adds. Well, let's get it. Not wasting any time, Issei dashed, with his right fist forward with, a little bit of, with his right fist forward. And, bam. Tannen's get, hit the, walls of the, the cave and, slid a lot. That hurts. Crap, I think she's pissed. I pissed her off even further. Drake, look like you didn't discipline your host enough. Do you know it's rude to hit a girl? Issei thought, you're calling yourself a girl even though you're a dragon? Tannen roared with a huge roar. Crap, she's fast and jumped under to, pounce at Issei. Crap, she's fast. That's the only thing Issei could think, And he put his fist in an X shape and, he got hit. He broke out of the cave and into the familiar forest. It's not over yet, boy. Tannen flying, in front of him as Issei saw. We're just starting. Everyone was hiding in the bushes, were speechless. Saji was shouting, going nuts, Chaos Karma Dragon is on the rampage! Tannen previously stood, now destroyed cave. They were standing near the now destroyed cave where Tannen and Issei were. Rhea said, we have to go to the place where Issei is. They all took out their wings. Rhea's helped Asia take out her wings. Let's fly. Sorry if it was uncomfortable. No. Sorry, not that. That's another part. Satoshi hurried to, to the whatever his name is. He cracked his neck, ow, that really hurt. Not even almost phased, has some bruises, but, a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth. Well, you got a little bit. Issei, you hear a loud boom, a loud one. Tannen's getting ready to fire one of her strongest attacks, and Issei was like, no. And, Rias was like, Issei, get out of the way! They just reached and said that. Issei grabbed a stick out of the, tree branch next to him, and what he said next shocked Tannen and everybody else. What he was doing. Why everybody was confused at why Issei was breaking the tree branch until they heard what he said while, doing it. This is one of my moves. Well, this is a very overpowered move, so I don't practically want to use this on you. Don't release your strongest attack, okay? Don't worry, I won't want you to get killed, Tennant getting a little cocky because, she doesn't sense any magical power, but she senses he has a lot of raw power, and, she senses that she's hiding it. She thinks she can defeat him because, he's holding back. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so she launches her strongest, wind attack, let's say, yes. Wind attack, and, Issei was like, well, he takes out the stick, he puts it in a slashing pattern, and he says, when the wind attack is coming to him, full counter! He screams out, the wind gushing back to Tennant twice the amount of power. That shocked her and hit her really hard. And, flung Issei too in the same direction because the wind was carrying him, kind of. And then the loud boom was heard. Everything got, carried away here and there because she launched a powerful one. Everything was gushing towards Issei like a tornado when she launched it. And everything's gushing over to her. And when, Tennant woke up, she found out she was on top of Issei. And Issei was like, in her human dragon form, completely naked. And, Issei was like, can you please get off me? Blushing heavily because, she was completely naked. He had a naked dragon on him. A female naked dragon, to say. Oh, boy, haven't you ever seen a woman's body? Issei blushing a little more, what do you call it? So, that happens and all. So, Issei groans, ouch, with a bit of blood coming out of his mouth. Well, please, put on some clothes, Issei screams. Ha. You'll have to ask me to be your familiar. But, fine. Then Issei was feeling sad, unable to get Ten as, as familiar. He didn't then kissed. She kissed her forehead. Somebody just kissed. Yeah, why are you still here? You're free to go. Go already, but her pride took over. I'm the Chaos Dragon King. I can do whatever I want, because dragons are really prideful. Out comes everyone, Issei, everyone, young one from, the master. And they were surprised, Issei and Tan looked up to Sirius and everybody. What do you call it? Issei-san, let me heal you. Thanks, Asya. She's Tiamat. Everybody is shocked that, the transformed girl. Boy, I'll be a familiar. Tannen said, really? Issei, really? Really? Issei says, enthusiastically. Let's get it! Issei screams. He was healed already because he heals really fast. Devil and angel powers, yeah, he heals fast. Faster than any normal devil should. Okay, in the name of Issei, I order you shall become my familiar and respond to my contract. A red circle appeared and formed, and Ten was standing in the middle of the circle. And, the circle lost its light, meaning that the contract had been formed. You're really strong, young ones, the master said, getting Tannen as your familiar. By the way, Tannen, I forgot to ask you, why do you hate Drake anyway? Remembering the history. Drake said. Tannen, silent. Drake, Tannen, very embarrassed that, it's okay if you don't want to answer. She got a little red, trying not to answer, looking down. I'm sorry, I might have pushed my luck a bit too far. Issei, you know, apologized to Tannen, but, Tannen was very embarrassed and mumbled. Drake mumbled. Promised me, mumble. We would mumble eggs. We will egg. You get what that means, right? Drake, you promised what? Issei screamed. Guys, please like this video because I'm losing my voice with all of this, emotion, right? All of this all of these screams that I made. I should have always thought about my throat. Just please leave a like and sub if you made it this far. Drake, you better explain this. You say really angry. Wait, so you hated me because I couldn't fulfill my promise? What do you mean just because? Tannen shouted. Do you know how long I waited for you? But what could I do? I lost my body since a long time ago. Issei decided to cut in as to not create more tension. You do realize that you two are like a couple having a argument right now, right? Tannen blushed heavily, noting the others staring at her and arguing with Rig. Anyways, Rig, you should apologize to her if you wanna be a gentle dragon. Then just admit that you're wrong. If you wanna be a gentle dragon, Drake, then just apologize. But it's dragon pride. But fine. I'm sorry for making you wait this long, Tannen. Tiamat. Tannen just sounds better. Tannen, right? Do you want the name to be Tiamat, Tiamat, or Tinant? Tannen. I think Tannen is way better though. I'm gonna say Tannen. Like, Tannen says, like I care for your apology anymore. Because, she scoffs. I'm more interested in your host than you. Issei, was it? I shall call you Issei-sama. Okay. She hugged him. Issei didn't stop her. I mean, for goodness sake, she was a Dragon King for the goodness sake. I mean, she was still nothing compared to his power, but yeah, you get where I'm coming from. All that left is to find Asya familiar, they all said. Look, everyone, a spirit dragon, the familiar master said. She's gonna get the same spirit. A spirit dragon? Yes, Satoshi explains yes, that's his name, and the dragon uses blue lightning. Actually, that's a super rare beast. Apparently it's still a baby. If you're going to catch it, now is the time. You would definitely not be able to catch it once it's matured. It wouldn't be as strong as Dragon Kings, but its place is the top tier class for dragons. The scales and glowed a purple blue. The purple blue, same dragon, as in the anime, if you watched it. I mean, of course you're watching the series because of the anime. So, it's also Buncho's first time seeing it. He realized Rias' expression. Must be very rare. Asya screamed. Asya and all of the girls screamed. This is, Ria screamed. Green sticky slime was on her. This kind of a hentai scene. So, whoever doesn't want to be here, and if there are some people, underage people watching this right now, right, like this one, I advise you please don't watch this part. Just skip over like 2 minutes of this. It fell on Kiba's face trying to slash it. Issei trying to slash the slime off the girls, but more just keep falling. The slime is moving? Oh god, moving slime, Issei thought. Is it poisonous? Sorry about that, my family. So yeah, you know, everybody said, "Oh, my clothes are melting." Asia screamed. Issei, the uniforms melting and their underwear was exposed. So Issei got a, Issei said, and had a bloody nose. The attack of the slimes weren't stopping, and it started to melt their underwear as well. Konoko had, Konoko had, you know, Konoko and every Kiba had the slime on his face, so please don't look, Issei senpai, because he's older than her in age. Sorry about that, Konoko-chan. Issei said. No, tentacles wrapped around Asia's legs and started to make their way and went inside her ripped clothes and started to move. And the Rias and the other girls were having their important parts being tangled by the slime as well. Being tangled by the slime as well. So, what do you call? These guys often, say, he explained that these aren't any harmful slimes, but, um, what do you say? Slimes only target women and their clothes, target women's, what do you call it? Secretion, so they aren't harmful. They only attack women. Isn't there anything we can do? Issei said, he would hurt the girl. Tiamat? Tenant? He just shrugged. Issei sighed and, both smiled and, he raised her arm and, Rias and, both Rias and Akuno smiled, burning the slime off. Konoko was just started tearing down the tentacles and throwing them at, if she sees them as pest. When Issei finished burning the slime, onto her, to ash, he burned the slime onto her to ash. Buzz, 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 that's what they heard. Zap, 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 those onomatopoeias, and, out they find the baby dragon, the spirit dragon. It says the spirit dragon only doesn't attack those that, have impurity in them. This girl isn't its enemy. She makes a contract with, the spirit dragon flew into her arms. Asia asked, if the dragon could be her familiar. The dragon flew in her arms, The dragon only opens up to people with pure hearts. It seems like you're really, it's really attached to Asia. But Issei thought, well, she is a nun, so I guess it's normal. Everybody thought, well, I'm Asia Gento. I order you shall become my familia and respond to my commands. That's what she said. Issei? It started licking her, Issei. Issei, it tickles. You're tickling me, Issei. I know, since, what do you call Asia said, since he uses lightning and I want to use Issei-san's name, as well, is that okay? It's fine, it's fine, Asia. Issei, a fellow male dragon. Let's get along, Issei let him pet him because, and this Issei is relatively pure, so it's not gonna zap him. Why? Tried to zap him, but well, let's just say I have multiple elements, so I don't get affected by lightning or fire. So no matter how hard you try, it won't work. Well, Ria slapped her hands together and, alright, everybody, let's celebrate back at the ORC. Asia and Issei getting a familiar. You know, I personally baked this cake, Rias happily exclaimed. I her Buncho. I have to head out for a while. Issei raises his hand. But I'll be back here quickly. Okay, but please make it quick. I really want you to taste my cake. Alright, Issei, said. He noticed a red eagle-like bird, which looked like a phoenix, was watching Rias's every movement gleam. His red eyes for a second, the red eyes shine for a second. Enjoy your life. It was enjoy your life while you can, Rias. The mysterious man in the dark room, surrounded by 15 women, laughed as he was able to see the bird was watching. This isn't nice to spy on people. The mysterious man, widened his eyes at a young man's voice. Huh. Don't even bother to try struggling. It's no use keeping a hand on the phoenix's neck, Issei said. You really think that you really think that I'll let you run, little birdie? Issei says. Huh, I think I'll cook you, Issei said with a toothy grin. The mysterious man in panic, cause he didn't want his familiar to be some punk's meal, calling back his familiar, and vanished. Issei thought, a familiar? I wonder who was controlling the bird like that. By the familiar and by what Buncho has books about, he's read about, books, Rias let him read. By what I know, Phoenix, it must be the Phoenix clan or the Phoenix house. I wonder who. I will find out recently. Buncho's been acting a little more weird lately. Well, and that's where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, and please rip for my throat. And sorry for, my family talking in the background if you can hear them. I'm really apologetic about that. And much appreciated for getting me to 57 subscribers. 58 actually, but thank you actually. And on the way to 100. Thank you and peace out, I guess.